Okay, the key piece of advice that I would give somebody starting out in management is actually to do two things. One is, they actually do have to listen to what other people say. And that's listening to everybody around you, whether that's the people who are working with you, whether that's people who are outside your scope of operation, of course, whether that's the people who you might be reporting through. So you really do have to listen. You have to be a sponge. You have to absorb everything. It doesn't mean that what everybody says is right, but you have to go out and listen. If you're myopic, if you're cloth-eared, you're never going to get anywhere. But the second thing is that you have to have a belief in yourself. You have to have a belief in your capabilities. You have to have a belief that actually you can make a difference. Because if you don't have that confidence, then people aren't going to listen to you. Now, it doesn't mean that you're always going to be right. And great managers, great leaders, recognize quickly when they're wrong and will admit that they're wrong and will go and do something different. But on the other hand, they start out with the confidence that whatever it is that they are doing is probably going to be right.
I think one of the most important things for a manager is actually finding the right people. And one of the challenges that we've always had in business is how you find those right people. And what we've found is that when you look for people based upon passion for the business and passion for the product, you tend to be able to fit the skill sets around it. And so one of the things that we've always done in management is making sure that we have a team that are really passionate, really on board the mission, really on board the vision, and then we kind of just trial them out in the job and find out what kind of skill sets we can fit them into in the range of different roles. So that's one of the management tips I got.
So probably the first thing to think about when you're given a management or leadership role is, are you going to change? So many people kind of decide that they're now really important because I've got this leadership role. Take the lessons from what you've learned from the people that you've worked for over the years. And there'll be some people that have done things you think are really fantastic, they've involved you, you feel part of the decision-making process. And that's how you want to act going forward. And there'll be some things that people have done to you that you just don't like, and you think, okay, that's not a management style that I want to adopt. And that's really a great starting point to think about what you see in successful managers and make sure that what you try and do is mirror what they've done.